I'm the chair of the Uganda National Examinations Board, and I bring you greetings from our Executive Director, Mr. Dan Nokrachodong. From the board, we'd like to report that 3 out of the 4 examinations have been successfully completed, and we're talking about the primary leaving examination, and then the UC examination for the new lower secondary school curriculum, as well as the UC examination for the old curriculum, which was dubbed transitional examination. For USCE, the candidates continue to write their low entry examinations, and last week the high entry papers were completed. So for the remaining 2 weeks, we are going to have mainly the electives, but also the low entry examination papers. And this morning they are writing subsidiary ICT and music paper 3 in the afternoon. We are now set for marking of these examinations, especially for PLE and UCE. And for PLE, coordination has started. We do expect the senior examiners to report on the 30th of this month, to report for the other, or rather, we expect the examiners to report on the 30th of November, while coordination is already underway for the senior examiners. We shall be conducting the marking of the examination from 14 centers, that is for PLE, and we do have a total of 7,500 examiners who have been contracted to undertake the marking for PLE examination papers. Just in case there are any who have not yet received their invitations, we do urge them to come to the secretariat and receive their invitations. Otherwise, we do expect all of them to have received their invitations. And beg your pardon, the marking shall be conducted from 13 centers, not 14 centers. For UCE, we have a total of 7,000 examiners who have been invited to do the marking, and this is a reduction from what we always have of 12,000 examiners. The centers have also reduced from 36 to 46, and this is mainly because the papers have reduced, rather the centers have reduced from 20 to 14 centers. This is mainly because we've had a reduction in the examination papers for UCE under the new lower secondary school curriculum. The subjects did reduce from 46 to 36, while the papers which are being marked, like when you have paper 1, paper 2, so the papers reduced from 126 to 69. As such, we've had to reduce the number of centers where we are conducting the examinations, where we are conducting the marking, but also we've had to reduce the number of examiners. Previously, we would have 12,000 examiners for UCE, but right now we are going to have only 7,000 examiners. In terms of the centers, we have reduced from, the centers have reduced from 20 centers to 14 centers, and out of these, 13 centers are going to be marking the UCE examination for the new curriculum, while 1 center has been dedicated to the old transition examination, which is going to be conducted at 1 center, and 2 others. So shall have 13 centers having for the new curriculum, and out of these, 2 of them shall also host examiners for the old curriculum. So it will be done concurrently. So you're going to have those marking the new curriculum and those marking the old curriculum at 2 centers concurrently, and then just 1 center for those marking the old curriculum. We do expect the senior examiners for the UC examination to begin reporting on 30th of this month, while the rest of the examiners shall be reporting on the 6th of December 2024. We therefore request examiners to remain calm. We are going to be sending the invitations using the area supervisors, and just in case it doesn't come through, you can come to the secretariat, but we are going to be sending the invitations this week, and they will be getting through your area supervisors respectively. In terms of security, we have had a number of cases being reported by our various scouts and at the various police stations, and we are trying to analyze the cases. Our legal team is working together with police to investigate, to analyze the cases, and in some cases, investigations are underway. In Ikasangati, the police on Friday did arrest the head teacher of Kitende SS, on allegation of damaging an examination envelope that was found cut at the top. This was for the sub-math examination papers. The suspect, one Sembatia Jimmy, was detained and later released on police bond as investigations continue. In Chira Division, Mugaga Ramadan, 24 years with 4 others, is due to appear before magistrate on 27th November for mention and bail application. The 4 are accused of unauthorized possession of examination materials. In another case, still in Chira Division, Babeko Albert and 3 others were convicted and sentenced to a 5-year sentenced to a fine of 5 million shillings each, or to serve 14-month imprisonment in the alternative. In PG, we have a case of a Wanda Banji Charles and 3 others who were remanded until the 3rd of December for mention and bail application. They are charged with conspiracy to commit an examination malpractice, and the police are searching for the other suspect, who is a teacher who was seen writing on the chalkboard during the examination, or the candidates writing the examination. In Tororo, there's an ongoing case of Uganda versus Ejang Moses, Elias Professor Moses, and Juko Dennis. In this case, we had A1 pleading guilty on each of the accounts and was entered and was sentenced to 18 months on each count to run consecutively. That makes it 36 months. One of the counts was sharing unauthorized material on social media and also possession of the same, also possession of the unauthorized material for examinations. The second accused pleaded not guilty and was released on bail and is due to appear before the magistrate on the 26th of November for hearing. We to work with state agencies to ensure that all malpractice cases are investigated. Once again, as UNEB, we continue to commit to conduct reliable, equitable, and equal assessment of the achievement of learners in a professional and innovative manner for the award of nationally recognized certificates. Thank you for your attention. For God and my country. Luganda, ndeeta okulamusa okuva eri omukulembeze w'ekitongole Mwami Dan Nokracha Odong awamu n'abakozi bonna ab'ekitongole. Twagala okutegeeza eggwanga nti ebigezo ebyakamalirizo ebya P7 ne siniya ey'okuna ebya curriculum enkadde ne curriculum empya byawedde bulungi, era kati nga wenjogerera tuteekateeka okulaba nga tugolola ebigezo by'abaana ebyo ku levels ez'enjawulo. Bannaffe aba senior 6 abaana bo bakyagenda maaso n'okuwandiika empapula zaabwe, nga wiiki 2 eziyise abadde bawandiika bye tuyita high entry papers ezibeeramu abayizi abangi, kati nga zino wiiki 2 ezigaddeyo bakola empapula ezikolebwa abayizi abatonotono, ng'olwaleero ku makya g'olwaleero bawandiise subsidiary ICT, ate ng'olweggulo bagenda kuba nga bakola music paper 3. Mu kigezo kya primary tutandise enteekateeka ey'okugolola empapula z'abaana zino, era nga bonna awamu tuyise abasomesa bwe tusuubira okutyembako okugolola empapula z'abaana bali 705 abagenda okutyembako okugolola empapula zino. Tugenda kugolola empapula zino mu centers 13. Okugolola coordination egenda mu maaso, era nga tusuubira nti bano aba examiners abagenda okutyembako okugolola bagenda kujja ennaku z'omwezi nga 3, naye nga basine examiners aba coordination n'okukola marking guide and everything bo batandise dda okukola ogwabwe. Abatannaba kufuna invitations zaabwe nga ba examiners ku primary, twagala okubakubiriza mukebere ku bannaffe ku secretariat abakolagana nammwe mubabuuze singa ebbaluwa ye bajja eri bajja kuba nga bagikutuusaako. Ate ku senior ey'okuna yo wonna awamu tulina centers 13 ezigenda okuba nga zigolola ebigezo by'abayizi aba curriculum empya. Wabula ku zino centers 2 zigenda kuba nazo nga zigololako ebigezo bya curriculum enkadde, ate nga center endala ey'14 yo erekeddwawo nga yagenda kuba nga egolola bigezo bya curriculum enkadde kitwayita transition examination. Center za primary za secondary zino zikendezeddwa okuva ku 2 paka center 14 olw'ensonga nti empapula abayizi ze bakola mu curriculum empya zakendera, subjects zakendera, aye n'empapula zibeera nga zikendeera. Subjects okusooka zaayana 6, kati mu curriculum empya ziri subjects 36. Ate papers ze bakola paper 1 paper 2 bwezityo zo zakendeera okuva ku 126 okutuuka ku papers 69. n'olw'ensonga eyo twali tulina okukendeeza ku ssente ze tukolerako okugolola empapula z'abaana bano ate nga ne bannaffe abatuyamba okugolola ba examiners nabo bakendeera okuva ku 1,120 kuba examiners 7. Kati bano 7 empapula zaabwe rather ebbaluwa zaabwe ezibayita tugenda kuzibaweereza nga tuyita mu ba area supervisors wiiki eno era tusuubira nti nno ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 ba senior examiners bagenda kubanga reportinga okukola coordination n'okukola marking guides ate bali abalala ba reportinge ng'ennaku z'omwezi 6 omwezi ogw'11. So twagala okukwiza ba examiners aba secondary kino tuna ebbawa tezinnaba kujja so temweraliikirira bagenda kubanga bazibatuusaako kuyita area supervisors bammwe wiiki eno n'olwekyo mulindirire mutaba kujja ku kitongole. Ate ebyokwerinda tufunyeeyo reports nnyingi nga ziraga nti no waliwo okubbira abaana ebigezo oba okukusa empapula mu ngeri emu oba endala nga mu kino UNEB eri kukolagana ne bannaffe aba poliisi okunoonyereza ku misango gino. Misango egimu tusobola okuba nga bajja gikozesaako ku kitongole administratively ate emisango emirala poliisi ejja gikolako abamu nga bagendagenda ne mu kkooti. Ekasangati ku Lwokutaano poliisi yakwata omwami head teacher w'essomero eriyitibwa Kitende Senior Secondary School awo ku Entebbe Road ng'ateeberezebwa okuba nti nno yasala ebbaasa eyalimu olupapula olw'ekigezo ekya submax ku Lwokutaano. Ono omukwate nga ye Ssembatya Jimmy ya poliisi yabeera ku poliisi ne Namma ne bamuwa police bond nga okunoonyezebwa kugenda mu maaso. Ate mu Kira division tulinayo Omugagga Ramadhan wa myaka 24 ono ng'alina abalala 4 bano bo nga bagenda kubeera nga bagasimbagana n'omulamuzi ng'ennaku z'omwezi 27 omwezi guno ogw'11 okusaba bbeeyi. Bano nno nabo bavunaanibwa okuba nga balina olupapula olw'okuza okukola ekigezo kya UNEB mu butali butuufu. Era wano Ekira we wamu waliwo omulala ebaba bamwita Babeko Albert awamu n'abalala 3 bano bo baba convictinga ne babasentensinga emyezi 14 oba okuwa engasi ya $5,000,000 singa baba tebasobodde $5,000,000 oba okusibibwa emyezi 14. Omusango baliko nabo gwa kubanga balina ekigezo ekigezo kya UNEB mu bukyamu. Ate MPG tunayo omusango tunayo bamuyita Dabanji Charles ono balina abalala 3 bano bagenda kuba babazaayo mu kkomera paka ng'ennaku z'omwezi 3 omwezi ogw'12 nga bano bagenda kuba nga bakomawo okusaba okweyimirirwa. Bano nabo bakoze batya bali accused bavunaanibwa okuba nga balina ekigezo ky'ekusa ku kya UNEB awamu n'okulagirira abayizi mu kibiina. Omu ku bano nno asuubwa okuba nga yalina ebano omusango yaguza ne bano bamusanga ng'awandiika ku lubaawo ng'abaana bakola ekigezo naye n'adduka era poliisi ekyamunoonya. Ate Tororo tulinayo omusango era nagwo gubadde gugenda mu maaso. Tulinamu ogwo omusango gwa Uganda versus Ejangu Moses ono nga yeeyita Professor Moses awamu ne Juko Dennis. Bano omu ku bo ano nga Ejangu ye yakkiriza omusango ogwamugambibwa gw'okuba nga yalina ekigezo kya UNEB ku social media ku ssimu ye ate nga n'abeera ng'akigabana ku social media alina emisango 2 ogumu gwa unauthorized ng'alina ekigezo mu bukyamu ate n'omusango omulala ogw'okugabana ekigezo ekyo kye yalina ku social media. Yaweebwa emyezi 18 nga gyeddiringana ku buli musango girina awamu emyezi 36. Ate oli omulala agenda asuubirwa okuba nga appearing ew'omulamuzi olunaku olw'enkya ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 mu kkooti Tororo. Ng'ekitongole tugenda maaso n'okukolaganyaamu ne bannaffe ab'ebyokwerinda okulaba ng'emisango gyonna gyekuusa kubba ebigezo bya UNEB gimalirizibwa bulungi bakinoonyerezeeko bulungi ate babawe ekibonerezo ekisaanidde. Era ng'ekitongole twongera okweyama nti tujja kuba nga tukolaganyaamu tugenda mu maaso n'okulaba nti tuteekateeka ebigezo mu ngeri ey'obwesimbu engeri eyeesigika ate era mu ngeri y'ekikugu okulaba nga abayizi baffe bafuna certificate eziyinza okubayamba eziyinza okuba nga zikkirizibwa mu nsi yonna. Tweyanziza nnyo, Mukama abawa omukisa. Yes, Paula. Weebale nnyo ekibuuzo ki continuous assessment scores zino kye twakola ekisooka twayongezayo deadline okulaba nga amasomero gasobola okuba nga gasubmitinga ne tuteekawo gye twayita rapid response team yabeerangaawo nga tetukola tetubalinda bo okutukubira ttiimu yaffe ng'ekula kubanga olikusiana tanabakuwaayo kubanga olina okuyingizaamu data pa candidate naye yatwakuba essimu amasomero gonna ntwawo ne silent grace period paka bonna bye basobola okukola ki okuwaayo. What I know, last time I checked, wali amasomero gaali 2 gokka agali gatannaba kuwaayo naye nga ttiimu yaffe yali ekolagana nabo okulaba nga bamaliriza. Abasinga balinga bafuna obuzibu mu kusubmitinga oba mu kudownloadinga app eyo gye twabawa ku CD. Kitwakola nga ttiimu yaffe gye yakolanga nga baatuulanga waawo bonajja ne content ku CD bamuyambako okusubmitinga. So nzikiriza ne bonna basobodde okusubmitinga era oluvannyuma lw'ekyo bwe twamala aba senior 4 ne tusaba n'aba senior 3 era nabo babadde basubmitinga nabo dde enyagwa ku banaku z'omwezi 15 naye twabawayo grace period. So twagala okukubiriza abasomesa bonna abali eyo bonna abayizi aba senior 3 bonna bakuwaayo obubonero bwa continuous assessment jangu ku kitongole bakuyambeko okuwaayo obubonero bw'abaana abo kubanga singa tobuwaayo ate mudda bajja kukifunamu obuzibu. Era mpozi mu ngeri y'emu njagala n'okusaba abazadde awamu n'abasomesa abajja abaana okuva mu ssomero erimu okugenda mu ssomero eddala. Omwana bw'abanga avudde mu ssomero erimu ng'agenza mu ssomero eddala tekirinaako buzibu naye labanga ofuna scores za continuous assessment. Babuuze mwali mwaziwaayo mu UNEB. Nammwe amasomero twagala okubasaba singa omwana akuganye nti agala kutransferringa mumuleke mumuwe marks ze tubeere nga tusobola okukola ki ate muwe proof nti wasubmitinga entyo tusobola okuba nga tuzitrackinga gye tuli mu UNEB. Tutagala bakubiriza mwena ba senior 3 the still a grace period ekyaliko mujje mu submiting scores z'abaana. Senior 4 just in case tonnaba kusubmit nkyenzanga ba submiting naawe osobola okujja kubanga abaana tebajja kuba gradinga singa tulina scores zino za continuous assessment naye nga baali bakoze bulungi baafuba oziteekayo. Okay, so regarding continuous assessment scores for the senior 4 candidates, we have initially set a deadline, but we did extend the deadline to enable all the learners to submit the scores. We realized there was traffic and there was a delay in submission, especially for the schools which have high enrollment. So we had to support them. We set up what we called a rapid response team at our station, which was there to address these issues. They would specifically call school by school and establish what is your problem, what is the challenge, do you need support? Some of them would support them online. Some of them would encourage them to actually bring the CDs with the content to our headquarters, and our teams were able to help them submit the scores. So by and large, the scores for senior 4 candidates, the last time I checked, only 2 schools had not submitted. And our teams were working with them to ensure they do submit the scores. So I'm expecting that all of them must have submitted all their scores. But just in case there is a school which hasn't submitted, we ask them to please come to us and we shall be able to receive the scores. In the same vein, the senior 3 candidates also had to submit their the schools had to submit scores for senior 3 students. That is the CS scores at that level. Deadline was 15th of November, but we still have a grace period. So we want to encourage all schools and teachers out there who are responsible for submitting scores for senior 3 students. Please, either come to us and we shall help you submit those scores, because in case they do not submit those scores, later on they won't be graded when they get to senior 4. So we want to make sure we don't leave any stone untouched and unturned. So kindly, teachers and parents, do confirm with your schools that they did submit their scores to your name. I think that's it. That's about it. Oh yes. Yeah, we want to encourage people to change schools, both parents and teachers. And if a school is receiving a new learner, kindly request for their continuous assessment scores. And to the schools where the learner is coming from, please be responsible enough. Please hand over those scores, because we need to make sure that they are integrated within the UNEB system. So we need that confirmation, and because that, make sure before you move to another school, you have those scores, and we encourage schools to please avail those scores to the learners. Mm. 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 Okay, thank you so much. First and foremost, we've tried to do that. We've tried to handle that. The UNEP Act 2021 provides for display of registers of candidates, and we've been encouraging people, please, 60 days before the examination begins, 2 months before the examination begins, we've always been encouraging parents. The schools, first and foremost, are supposed to display their registers of candidates in a conspicuous place on the notice in schools. So we expect all the parents, all the learners to go there and check out those registers, confirm if you have been registered. Just in case you've not been registered, find out why aren't you on the register, and also confirm the correctness of data. Look at the spelling of names, the order of names, look at the date of birth, look at the photograph, is it the correct photograph? Look at the gender. You have cases where somebody is female and they're referred to as male. Those are changes that can be made. That is why we leave a whole 60 days to make sure that you go and confirm. We used to have an SMS option on the phones, whereby as long as you know the index number of the candidate, you go to you go to your SMS option, then you send the full index number, send to 6600. You are able to get the information. If your child has been registered, and not so much detail, but at least you can confirm if they've been registered. So I want to encourage parents, please be part of the process. Don't leave everything to the teachers. So just in case the child has not been registered, then you can come to UNEB, and we've been helping so many of them, by the way. We had many cases, unfortunately, that came up, and were able to handle them, even up till the day of briefing. For UCE, for PLE, we were still able to help those people, and were able to give them examinations. I'm hoping nobody missed an examination due to lack of registration, because we really did our best. But every other year we shall keep having candidates. So I want to encourage anyone who is a parent, please always make sure, be part of the learning, teaching and learning of your child. Be part of the registration process. Follow it step by step. That is why we are asking you, even for continuous assessment scores, please confirm that the scores for senior 3 students have all been submitted. If in case they haven't been submitted, ask them why. I know they can tell they've been submitted or some, but please do confirm that they've been submitted, so that you're not surprised at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, at senior 4, if a child has no CS scores, the UNEB shall not grade them. So we need to avoid those inconveniences. Mm. What? Mm. Mm. First and foremost, yes, there's got to be the UNEP Act has a provision for that. First of all, you have to first show proof that you paid. That's the most important thing. You have the proof, so have your SMS message or have the receipt to show that you paid. So now, in that case, the UNEB Act section, I think 25, talks about misappropriating registration money. So if you do misappropriate the money which is supposed to be for registration and you did not submit it to UNEB, so a child was not registered, according to the Act, you can be convicted for, I think it's about 10 years imprisonment or charged with a fine of 40 years. And if you're a teacher, of course, you're a teacher, you definitely, maybe there's some directors who are not charged, their directors still. But if you're a teacher, you also dealt with according to the policy that governs discipline as per the teacher's policy. So it's very important to always make sure you keep your receipts. And in case of anything, kindly report to police. Because just know your name is not, we're just an assessment body. So in case of anything, for you to have to make sure you log in your complaint to police. And you can... Okay, thank you so much.
Money.